All right, good evening, everyone. I believe we are good. I want to officially welcome us to this short launch. It shouldn't be a long session, but it's a very important, a very significant event for all of us, especially MSL Business School. And it means a lot, actually, looking at where we want to go with this series. It's something that has been in the works for a long time. Finally, we've been able to bring it forth. I think personally, it means so much to me as a person, right? To be able to roll this out. So the first thing is, why do we have the MSL series? This is our first edition for all the publications, and there are a lot more to come. The first reason is clear, structured learning. Since we launched and started MSL Business School, we have undoubtedly led the way with technology-driven education in Ghana. That has never been in doubt. That has never been in question, ever. But one thing was missing, and I'm sure you all agree, where are the MSL books, right? I think that has been that question. And it's something, that's why I said it means a lot to all of us, right? So we've led the way with clear, structured learning on the digital front. This is our entry into the physical hard copy era. Now, with the world increasingly focusing on AI, artificial intelligence, it is becoming even more important to have trusted material. Because now when you go online and you look for material on tax, trust me, you find so much online. But where would you find authoritative, clear guidance on all the things you are studying, right? So the first thing is clear, structured learning. Every publication aims to achieve exactly that. All the expertise you've come to know MSL Business School for, all the quality you've come to MSL Business School for, it is our hope we translate this into our publications. The next is it is built for you. We did not write a book that will only make you pass exam. It is a practitioner's guide, actually. All our books, the end goal, especially these ones on tax, I actually did not write them just for the CIT exam or for those of us here. If you take, for example, the book on international taxation, it is your manual. You have finished the CIT exam. You need a guide. The OECD convention, the UN model convention, it is built for you. So the students would find a friendly guide they can use to pass the exam. Because at the end of each of the books, we have questions, a small question bank that has some questions that would further buttress the knowledge you have acquired. So it's built for the student to pass the exam. The oil and gas book, for example, you'd notice that there are some topics in there that will never test you in the CIT exam. For example, Ghana's midstream and downstream sectors, but it's in the oil and gas because we wrote a manual that should be an authoritative guide for you. And this is our first edition. It should get better as we proceed with more series, more books in the series. Then, like I said, practical reference, beyond a textbook, you want a guide. After your exam, you want that book you can hold on to, right? And say, this is my reference guide. And then this marks a beginning to our publishing journey. This is, of course, not our last title. We are launching 3 books today. As I speak, there are 2 in the works now, which, if everything goes according to plan, we should launch that early next year, hopefully before February. It depends, right? We are just waiting for a few confirmations from Parliament. That will be Ghana's most comprehensive book on taxation. That's our next title, right? You want to pick a book and know that everything Ghana tax, I can find it in this book. That's our next project. When we finish working on tax, then we go to the other subject. So we want to clear tax out of the way. We've done with the first 3 books. The next will be the comprehensive book on Ghana tax. I want it to be that book that when you pick it, you don't have to look anywhere else. Everything Ghana tax, from employment income to PAYE to withholding to customs to excise to transfer pricing, probably it's going to be in 2 series because that's all of Ghana's tax laws, right? So that would be just to give you a teaser into what is going to happen next year. So this is our actual publishing journey. Then after we are done with these series, the next in line should be materials for ICAG, right? Just to make the students' lives better. So there'll be a number of question banks, hopefully, right? So that, okay, you are studying a course. You want to have the material that if you can say, I have solved all the questions in this book for any subject you are doing, you know you are passing the exam, right? So we'll bring out a number of those for the ICAG exam as well. So there'll be a number of MSL series floating around in the coming months and years, right? So it is not just a one-time launch. So without wasting any further time, the first 3 titles in the series, today we are launching 3 books. I'm sure if you've seen the teaser flyers out there, you have an idea that we are launching the first, which is on tax audits and investigations in Ghana. The second is on oil, gas, and other minerals taxation in Ghana. And then the third that we are launching today is on international taxation. 3 books covering 3 different concepts. Those taking CIT final level 1, this is the complete set for you. In fact, you are the inspiration behind this series, right? Just to ensure we have that material. For those who have finished the CIT exam and you want a companion material you can refer to at any time, this is yours. Those doing ICAG, but you are a collector, you want to have knowledge, nothing stops you from having this in your personal library, right? Or you don't plan to take the CIT exam ever, or you are someone who is not a tax person, but you want a reference guide in your library. You want to say, okay, I want to understand Ghana's oil and gas framework from mining to petroleum, everything, right? In an easy to understand format, not full of technical language that is difficult to go through, right? So that is about it. We'll pick the first book. This one is in terms of the series, when I say it's the smallest in the series, is the one that has the fewest pages. Of course, like the books would have different number of pages. So tax audit is roughly 300 pages. That is 297, right? So this is the first in the series. It introduces you to the world of tax audit. You understand the principles, the legislative framework, what Commissioner General does to choose someone for an audit, the different techniques to do an audit, sampling. At the end of the book, we've got appendices. So you will see actual forms that GRA officers use to do a tax audit. We've got a question bank at the end. In there, we have a number of things. We've got areas on accounting ratios. For the non-accountants who want to understand the basics of tax audit, there's something on ratios and interpretation in there. We've got bits and pieces around the Revenue Administration Act. So there's a chapter that summarizes the RAA, Act 915, chapter by chapter. So if you can pick this and say, I'm going to the chapter on the RAA summary, you can actually read a summary of Act 915 in give or take 10 minutes. It summarizes every section in 915, what it talks about, right? So that is one thing we added in the first edition of the tax audit book. I'm sure you're wondering what the price is, right? It will come at some point, hopefully. So that's the first book in the series. The next is Oil, Gas, and Other Minerals Taxation in Ghana. This is bigger than the tax audit book. This comes in at the final print of 349. That's 350 pages, right? So 350. Tax audit is almost 300, 297, so 300 roughly. This is 350, give or take, right? So it's the second biggest book in the series. It delves into Ghana's petroleum, so both oil and gas, and then minerals, the mineral regime. We touch, or you can see the subtitle is a comprehensive framework of law, economics, finance, and governance. I have a little chapter in there on oil and gas accounting and finance. So even though it's for oil and gas taxation, I touch on a little bit on the accounting side, small. So you see some IAS 36 impairment. I'm an accounting teacher. I cannot let that hide or die. So it found its way into the book. So even if you're not an accountant, you want to understand the relevant accounting topics for petroleum, it works. So anybody doing oil and gas accounting and finance in your master's program, this book works for you because there's a tax part and there's the accounting part. We touch on the governance framework. So all the relevant governance agencies, PIAC, IAC, all of them, you find them in the book. And we touch on not just the upstream sector, but midstream and downstream in some detail. We look at the future of the energy transition in the world. Where is the world going regarding energy? Of course, the Petroleum Revenue Management Act. I can say on authority, this is the only book in Ghana today, only based on our research, that has the current Petroleum Revenue Management Law of Ghana. Because there was a change done by this government sometime March, April this year, where the use of the annual budget funding amount has changed. As at now, this is the only book in Ghana that covers that. Only. Unless the others update theirs, right? So this is the value add. You know you are getting the most authoritative book on petroleum taxation in Ghana today. Then international taxation, the biggest of all the 3. Take a wild guess at how big this book is. It's almost 600 pages. 590 pages. So it's the biggest of the three. And deservedly so. The topic is big. This book covers everything international tax, all the articles in OECD, UN, MTC. We also touch on transfer pricing. In fact, I can say on authority again, this book goes so deep into transfer pricing that even if you are not taking exam and you're a practitioner working, you'd find the transfer pricing chapters very, very helpful. So it goes beyond exam. There are so many things I put in this book that CIT transfer pricing is not going to test that in any time to come. Okay, but this is expected to cover that. So that is it for the three books we are launching today. Like I said, I don't expect this to be a long session. So invest in your personal and professional development. The first book, which is Tax Audit, like I mentioned, almost give or take 300 pages, comes in at, someone will say drum roll, please, 250 Ghana cedis. This is the least expensive in the bunch. Given what we are offering in the book, we felt this is a fair enough price for the value you are getting. Oil and gas comes in next. We've tried to make it as cheap as possible because, to be honest, if we're to price fairly, you understand, short, give me a second. Oil and gas came in at just 270, a book of almost 350 pages. And then international tax, guess, if it's 600 pages, do the math. Someone should guess, give me a wild estimate. If oil and gas at 350 pages is 270, the international tax at almost 600 pages should be, do your math. Someone should do if more, less divide. But we brought it in at 370. Again, our goal is to make sure that anyone should be able to offer these books. I'm sure you can tell that, okay, this looks like a fair price, because we are trying to consider everybody's pockets, right? So this should be a fair enough price. However, for someone who wants to buy all the three, there should always be a deal for you, right? So we have a special bundled offer. It's a very limited time offer. It will run for a while. We might take it off after a while. So if you want to purchase, this should be your best. We are offering all three books. If you bought them separately, it will cost you 890 Ghana cedis. We are slashing 90 cedis off and bearing that cost. You can get all three for just 800, all the three books at 800 Ghana. So this is our limited time offer for launch. Of course, it is available to purchase individually, separately, but you can buy them bundled, and it is going for just 800 Ghana cedis. Now, the next question is, okay, how do I get the books? Where will I find the books? Do you deliver nationwide? We deliver globally, of course, nationwide. But globally, we can arrange, right? If you can get us your logistics, we'll do it for you. DHL, all those options are there. So anybody who wants to get it, right, we can find a way to get it to you. But in Ghana, we have broken the nation into different zones. So we've got zone 1 to zone 5. We have tried to make delivery quite affordable. For example, zone 5 is saying if you are in the farthest corner of Ghana, just pay 80 cedis to bring it to you. Of course, you all agree with me, getting a book to far away Ghana would most likely cost more than this. Any other cost will be ours. If you are in Accra, so it's based on your zone. If you're in Accra, zone 1 is Accra Central and East. So Adjoringano, Airport City, Airport Hills, Airport, Burma Camp, Cantonment, Jowulu, East Legon, Golden Tulip. You've seen those areas, Cantonment, Sakumono, Roman Ridge, Spintex, Trade Fair, Chado, Trasaku, that area, Teshi, 40 cities to deliver to you, right? If you are in zone 2, which is the Ablekuma, Achimota, Dabraka, Denta, Gege, Aplaku, Awudome, Banana, Imbotiano, La Paz, Kwashiman, Kwabenya, North Kaneshi, Madina, 45 cities to deliver to you. Then zone 3, those who are outside there, like you are on the fringes of Accra, the edges of Accra. So Abokobi, Ebri, Afenya, Amasaman, Amrahia, Tema, Pram, all of those areas, right? Katamanso, Damfa, those behind Dodowa, Ayimensa, all of those are zoned together. are just 50 cedis. Then any regional capital anywhere in Ghana. So, of course, outside Accra, right? So, Bolga, Cape Coast, Dambai, Damongo, Guasoho, Koforidua, Kumase, Nalerigu, Sefiria, so Sekendi Takra, Desunyane, Tamale, Techimanwa, 70 to the regional capital. Then any other part not listed would be 80, right? So, the Agona Swedru, Enyinase, Achi, Akosombo, Ejiso, Atebubu, like, any other parts of Ghana, it's a flat delivery fee of 80. So this is the zoning. Now, for our own convenience, we shouldn't try to change our zones. You say, oh, my place is close to Bolga, but your close is a 30-minute drive. Like the rider will actually come to Bolga. If you're not in Bolga, if the rider has to redeliver to you from Bolga to where you are, you probably end up paying more than if you are just paying the 80. So I think we should all be, we shouldn't be accountants when it comes to the delivery zones. Don't say, my place, guys, is just 30 minutes from Bolga. Like, what would it take for him to bring it to you where you are? You end up paying extra. So we've taken the flat rate. And I'm saying this for those who are in corners of Ghana. Don't try to put yourself in the capital. If the guy gets to Kumasi and your place is 45 minutes away, he's going to charge you extra to bring it to you. And that is like extra cost you could have saved by just identifying the appropriate zone. So please, that small 10 cedis you are saving by shifting your 1 hour away from capital to the capital, you end up paying most likely twice. Because the guy from, let's say, Bolga to some corner of the region will charge you the same 70 again. Then you pay twice. Okay, so I know we are all accountants, or most of us are accountants, but let's not do costing over here, right? We've tried to subsidize them upfront. Any extra cost on that is our cost, right? We know some of you are very far, but we've tried to zone very well so that everybody can get the books. So this is the delivery zone, and this is what we are going to use going forward for all our books, right? Wherever you are, I'll bring it to you. Wherever you are in Ghana, I'll bring it to you. Just don't worry about make sure your description of your location is as accurate as possible. We'll bring it to you. In terms of delivery, we can't deliver every day for efficiency. So the current plan is they will pick up ready orders probably 3 times a week. If you are in Accra, expect your order to come the next day. That is if you order early enough, right? So Accra is T+1. If you are within the Greater Accra region, so zone 1, 2, 3. If you are within Greater Accra, not too far, you could get your book the very next day. All other parts of Ghana give us between 1 and 4 days maximum. It could be between 1 and 3, but let's give or take 4. So that wherever you are, you can trust that you give us 4 days from order. You know you would get your book. We are trying to have a very efficient logistics system where you will be able to track your order. So you'll be getting updates as to wherever it has reached. You know it is coming to you. When it's picked up, they'll tell you, right? When they get to this place, they'll tell you. So you can actually know where your order is at each point in time. In terms of how you can buy, you can actually buy now. The link is live. So visit store.mslbusinessschool.com now, and then you can make your order. It's a fully integrated system. You can pay online actually, and then make sure you enter your exact location. Or when you are done, you can just message us on WhatsApp and then tell us exact, like my house is opposite this building. The more descriptive you are, the easier it is for the rider to bring it exactly where you are. So that is about it. In terms of those just joining and just going over what we have said, we said we've got 3 books in our title: Tax Audit and Investigations, which I mentioned is roughly 300 pages, 297. Oil and Gas comes in at 350 pages, and then International Tax comes in at 590. The way the books are, it's printed A4. The font size inside is not too small. So if I were to use standard Alta font size, the books would have been way bigger than this. So don't see the number of pages that are, no. The font sizes are smaller, and it is full A4. It's not those small cut books. Like, it's full A4. So they are long, right? So yeah, that's about it. The 590, when we did the math in standard publishing, would have crossed 700 easily, the international tax. That's 590, right? So it's easier to carry around, right? Easier to move around here and there. And I said 250 for tax audit, 270 for oil and gas, and 370 for international tax. An absolute steal in terms of value. If you are buying all three together, we are giving everything to you. Save 90 CDs, use it to pay for your delivery, and then get it for 800, right? So that is about it. In the comments, I can see, I think we are done. So yeah, you can visit store.mslbusinessschool.com. You can buy now. You'd see the three offers there, right? The one for the bundled and the individual. So you can just buy the bundled if you want to buy all three. You choose your zone based on this. So if you check I'll show you the site shortly. Maybe I'll navigate, then I'll take questions, right? So let's open the sites together. Store.mslbusinessschool.com. Okay, so if you come, maybe let me walk you through. Yes, let's do that together. So share this tab instead. So if you come here, it's going to ask you this, okay? Join our newsletter. You can, if you want to, you can just close it if you don't have time. It's not a big deal. So this is our official storefront, right? So you see over here, tax audits 250, oil and gas 270, international tax 370, the bundled 800. But like I said, this is a limited time offer. If you go and it's not there anymore, then it means the bundles you have available, they bought it. So whenever we take that off, that's about it, right? But we plan to at least leave this till the end of the month, at least minimum. Maybe it will be some part of early December to the bundle will be there. But if you go and it's not there, this is the standard offer, right? So let's say you want to buy tax audit. You come here, right? There's a description. You see the image says you can go to the next. The next one shows you the image I spoke about. The zones are here. So you can open it and actually look at your zone very well. So that when you are checking out, you choose the right zone. You get when you're checking out, you get the chance to choose the right. Because now, like you can know that okay, my place is in zone 2. So once you choose your zone, it has done the costing already to build everything together. Then you can pay with Momo, you can pay with your Visa card, your MasterCard, your debit card. If you are someone who doesn't like all this technology online payments, message us on WhatsApp. We'll give you a number to pay to. Hopefully everybody pays online, right? But if it is stressing you to go and do all of this, you just message us on WhatsApp because we've opened the options, right? If you can't do e-commerce online shopping, no problem. Message us, tell us where you are. We'll give you your zone. We'll give you your total bill. Send to our Momo. We'll arrange delivery for you, right? Either ways, it's easy to purchase, right? The purchasing is so you just come here, you add to cart, right? You can open your cart. It will ask you for your name, your phone number, your email is optional if you want to. So after you enter all of this, let me try. So you see, review your items, enter coupon code, and then so you have all of this. So your subtotal is here, but so here proceed. So after you proceed, they'll ask you who are you buying it for yourself, your WhatsApp number, delivery details. This is where you select your delivery area. So are you in zone 1, 2, 3? So I live in zone 1. So zone 1 is here. Then your address. This is where you try to be as Chad or Accra or a very detailed address, right? And then you would go to continue. So you can see now your name, delivery location is here, and your zone. Then it will build everything together. 250 plus delivery of 40 should be 290. They can complete your order, right? It will ask you to choose whether you want to pay using your. So you see, I want to pay now using Momo or card. So you come to pay now, make payment. Then it's connected. So you can pay with SpaceStack, Momo or card, or mobile money. They send you something, or you want to share with your friend to pay for you. I don't know, you're stressing yourself, but maybe you can do that. But these are the payment options. But like I said, it is much easier if you want to. So let me just cancel. Yeah. So that's about. If you want to buy the bundle, please don't buy the 3 separately. If you are going to buy the 3 anyways, use this one because it gives you the bundled price. Okay. So it's 11% off for a period of time. So that's about it. I will come back here. So I'll take any questions we may have. I think we are very much still within the time. In the comments, I can see Mohammed is saying, is there a location in Accra I can pick up? Actually, no, because it's just plenty work, right? So stay where you are, I'll bring it to you. It makes life easy. By the time you pick car and come here and where are you? I'm standing here. it would have covered that same delivery. And it makes sense, right? If you are in Wa and you're coming to Accra to pick up, you spend way more than the 80. Even if you're in Accra, picking Trotro, Uber, I'm here, where are you? Airtime, right? So we could have done pickup, but we just said, you know what? Everybody should just relax, we'll bring it to you. And the delivery system we are using or delivery partner we are using, it makes their work also easy. They pick up and they do efficient routing. We know this one is going here, here, here. That one is going there, there, there. And that's about it. Kimo, do we ship? If you mean to Liberia, we can arrange, right? There's always DHL. So you reach out to us, right? We can look for some solution to bring outside Ghana. We can always find it. There's DHL that goes everywhere. Abena, I think a question is answered. Delivery cost will be automatically done when you order online. If you order offline and you message us on WhatsApp, yes, we'll do the numbers for you and tell you your total bill. So either ways, we'll just let you know what is payable. If you are online and you're not sure, feel free to WhatsApp. I'm not sure. Do I pay this? Right? We would come to it. Elizabeth has asked a very beautiful question. Will it be revised anytime there's an amendment to any of the laws? So the reason why the taxation in Ghana book is actually not part of this one is I was waiting for, I knew VAT would change, right? None of the books we've published has anything affecting VAT, thankfully, right? So we're able to publish those ones. So the VAT law has changed. I'm sure we are all aware. So the book that will come, God willing, January, February latest, will be the only book in Ghana that has up-to-date laws for everything. Will there be a revised version anytime there's an amendment? Yes. We plan to do an edition every time the laws change, especially the taxation in Ghana one. We plan to have an annual edition. So that you know that when you pick this MSL Volume 1, Volume 2, you don't have to even pick any other tax law. ITA 896, VAT, customs, you have it in your book. So you just take it where you are going. You're going to do your audits, you're going to the library, going somewhere, you pick those two books. You're a consultant doing work. It has everything, right? I'm working on that now. That's my next big project. We'll launch it early next year. So employment income, loan, benefit, motor vehicle, whatever, bonus overtime is there, capital allowance is there. Everything will be there. We'll try and incorporate all of Commissioner General's practice notes. And so that book will be very big, so big it can't fit into one book. So it's going to be 2 volumes, and that will come early next. As usual, we try to do a bundled offer. So volume 1, if you want only the volume 1, which covers some of the taxes, volume 2 will cover some others. I don't want to spoil it now, so it will come next year. So that's about it. I'll open the floor for any questions you may have. You raise your hand, I'll give you the shot, and then we go. But that's about it. I'm actually very excited. I don't know why, but it's significant to me that we've been able to push this out. And once inertia is out of the way, trust me, there are many more books to come, right? A lot more publications to come. So that's about it. I'm very excited. I can't even hide it. So I'll open the floor for any questions you may have. Any questions from anyone? I forgot to mention. And when you buy, there's a special gift we'll give you. You'll find out when you get it. There's a small MSL branded gift inside, like proper branded gift, right? Maybe let me spoil it, or let me not spoil it. Okay. All of you get at least a branded MSL pen, like proper branded one, not the one with the ink, right? MSL Business is engraved on the pen, and maybe something else. It depends, right? So some of you, when you buy, you would get a nice MSL branded pen in your package, right? So that's about it. Any questions? I think I saw someone's hand up. Anyone else? If not, we are done. Right. Bridget said our sports. Actually not. There's something else we'll add. So it's not really sports, but at least you know there's something and probably something else, right? So yeah, it's not really sports. Iman, yeah. Please go ahead.
Please, I wanted to know if you get a recorded video or something.
This one, yes. I'm sure we'll process it tomorrow, maybe tonight, and share it in the groups tomorrow. Yep.
I'm not part of the group.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll put it on YouTube. Or you know what? DM this number, the number on the screen. Send us a message on WhatsApp tomorrow around like 4 p.m. We'll send you the link to the recording if it's not on YouTube, right? Yeah. Okay. Any other question?
Okay, please. Thank you.
Sure. Any question from anyone? Any? Francis, yes.
Michael, please, do you allow delivery dates?
Okay, yes. So for
Say
delivery,
I place an order, let's say on
Yeah.
Wednesday, but Saturday will be convenient for me to receive the book.
Yeah. Okay, so
Is
it will be
it allowed?
Yeah, so it will be best if you probably add that you will only prefer delivery on X date. So like I said, the riders will pick up 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, give or take. So if you order, let's say Tuesday, they will pick your order up on Wednesday. And if you're in Accra, it can be T+1. So you might get it on Thursday. So I think the most efficient is you can look at the order days. You know that they'll pick up on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So any order you make today, the earliest you get it to be Monday. If you're in Accra, earliest, right? Yes, so that will be it. If you have special needs and you want it delivered to your office, you can indicate, leave it at KPMG, Jowulu, leave it at PwC Cantonment at the reception. Something, they'll do it for you, right? Yeah. If you are at a place and you are not sure where you'd be, I think it will be safer. Exactly like for those outside Accra, right? Because yours, when they get to your destination, it might be maybe if you are in some remote part that there's no hotel around, you can let them leave it at a place you can pick up from. It makes your life way easier. You get, if you're not sure you'll be home, maybe there's a place, they should leave it at this particular spot or this particular school reception. You tell them that it'll bring you something, right? But if you know you'll be home all the time, then there's no problem. Then the next thing is you'll be getting updates. When your order is picked up, they'll tell you, they'll message you, right? So you can always follow where you are, and then that should help. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. Okay. Eric, I think I saw your hand up.
Yeah, on the ordering process, I saw a coupon code. I wanted to ask if there are special coupons that you'll be sharing.
Maybe like the way I know you personally, I can give you coupon code, but it's not available yet. Right? Yes, that's what it exists for. Okay. Yes. Maybe like I want to gift someone a book. I can give them a coupon code. They go, they don't pay anything, and it's delivered to them. That's what it exists for. But for now, there's no coupon code. What we have is this bundled offer. Right? Yes. Okay. Any other question? Any other question? Okay, if there is none, then thank you for coming. I'm so excited. I don't know if you can sense it in my voice, but yeah, because it means there's a lot more to come, right? My personal favorite is coming early next year, which is the taxation in Ghana. And then from there, you'll be seeing MSL series left, right, center, not even just accounting and finance. We try to write books on anything that needs writing. So thank you for coming. And I'm so grateful that you have spent your evening listening to our new project. It is my personal prayer that this would accomplish what we intended to accomplish out there, right? So that is about it. Enjoy the rest of your evening and thanks for coming. All the best. Have a good night. Bye-bye.